Shouldn't you be using a snow shovel?
Shouldn't you be helping me?
I am, by recommending the proper equipment.
While powder-specific equipment makes it easier, you can ride powder with virtually any gear if you have the right skills.
First off, you can improve your powder riding by making simple adjustments to your equipment. If you have an all-mountain or park board, consider setting your stance back 1 to 3 inches from center to help keep your tip up. For serious powder, set your bindings back as far as the inserts will allow. If you have a powder-specific snowboard, you're ready to hit first chair.
On a powder board, you can float without having to sit back. For everyone else, you'll need to lean back slightly in powder to keep your tip up. Sit back too little and you risk burying your tip and crashing. Too much and you'll be slow to react and get tired faster.
Instead of being equal, you should have about 60 to 70% of your weight on your back leg. Think of the subtle way you shift your weight when standing. You don't want to do a manual here. Just put more pressure over your back leg.
Practice this at the bottom of the hill. You'll notice that your back leg gets a little tired.
Now let's talk about the type of turns you'll be making. On groomed snow, you've got choices. Carving, skidded, basic, dynamic. Your options are limitless. In powder, you'll want to use skidded turns that are generally dynamic.
Practice these turns on a steep groomed run. Steep terrain will make it easier to be dynamic. Stay bouncy with your legs and keep your snowboard pretty flat to the snow. You don't want to dig in and carve powder. Just gently tip your snowboard to surf your turns.
Your motion should be very subtle. Since your snowboard will be floating across several inches of billowy snow, you'll feel like you're in slow motion. When you push down, soft powder won't hold you up. While you can quickly dig in your edges on packed snow, you'll sink if you try it in powder. Motion should be subtle to avoid burying your snowboard with abrupt reactions.
Though the movements should be slow, you want to keep your speed up. Deep powder will slow you down, so make bigger turns to maintain your speed. Going fast will make deep snow easier because the added momentum will help you float and maneuver your snowboard. If you're too slow, you'll sink down and have to dig yourself out.
To stay bouncy, imagine lifting your feet up to your chest between turns. The snow can hide obstacles, so look ahead and keep your knees soft. Soft legs will help you absorb and recover from any bumps. Although they say, no friends on a powder day, it's safer to ride with a buddy, just in case.
If you feel like you're floating or surfing, you're doing it right. If it's the best day of snowboarding you've ever had, even though your back leg is super tired, you're doing it right. If you start saying things like, woo, while turning and high-five strangers in the lift line, you're doing it right.